I do want to transition to a bit of a serious topic.
Okay.
It's not really more so a serious topic. It's more so a topic that I'm gonna say first and foremost. I appreciate you willing to speak about this
Yes.
on this. You spoke about it on your platform, but me personally, I've made a lot of fun of people who go through cosmetic surgeries or plastic surgery, the people who overdo it, and the people who don't know. Who I don't explain it. Who kind of like escape reality from it, and it gets to a point where they don't even recognize themselves anymore, and they're just now they're doing the plastic surgery to get back to where they were before, and they just keep going and going and going and going. I kind of wanted you to speak on your journey on your cosmetic surgery because you've been so vocal about it, and
Yeah.
so not only proud but brave about it, speaking about it
Yes.
publicly as well.
No, honestly, yeah. I just, for one, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was more so open about it because it was my first surgical procedure was kind of a brand deal, so I kind of had to.
Oh, COE, COE, COE.
Yeah, no, it was for sure a brand deal, so it kind of had to do that, But it was okay because I also wanted to be someone because I was looking, I was looking at. First and foremost, before I even got approached by this company, to offer this service in exchange for my service or whatever, I always wanted to get plastic surgery. Right. I'm originally from Miami, the pressure, even freaking social media, the old commercials, whatever. I always wanted my boobies done and the big lips and whatever. I always wanted that. But when I would do research on it, there wasn't a lot of research, or they would dilute it down so much. There wasn't not a lot of research. I'm sorry. Now there wasn't a lot of information on, what you should do, the risks. I mean, doctors would say the risk, but sometimes you want to hear it from the actual patient. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you'll see these girls who, they don't want to share, which rightfully so. That's perfectly fine. But I'm looking for information. So then I told myself, you know what? You be that then. You know what I mean? You couldn't find that, so be that. So, to be open and transparent, I did get, a breast augmentation. I got lipo on my stomach, back, arms. I have my face is pumped with freaking filler.
I was gonna say she literally got lipo on her back, guys. She's literally not a big back.
And I actually want to go for a round two, but I'm not a big back now. I had to unbig the back, and I wasn't gonna do it in the gym. I wanted to do it on a table.
Hilarious.
But yeah, no, I went to a doctor who was double board certified, so I made sure those bases were covered. I did a lot of research. He had no mortality rates, or anything like that.
Nice.
So yeah. And I also, a lot of people, when you also have to follow the protocol too, and don't lie. Some people lie to the doctor just so they can get on the table. If the doctor asks you, are you a smoker or have you smoked in this time frame? Because if you have, you can't. And then you're like, oh, let me just say no because I want to get this surgery.
Right. And then there's a complication after the fact.
Yeah, you're putting yourself at risk. You're gonna be freaking under anesthesia. You're basically gonna be legally dead. Don't lie about things like that. A tube is gonna be breathing for you. You know what I mean? So for sure, make sure you cover all those bases. Don't lie. Follow all of the protocol they have, follow all of the aftercare that they have, and you'll be fine. Obviously surgery comes with risks, but that's just what it is. I just feel like if you want to do it, do it. Fuck what people think.
I'm gonna be real with you. At one point, I considered getting plastic surgery.
Really?
Yeah, when I was going through my testicular cancer,
wow.
and when I was fully healthy, I still was having problems getting it up. I don't have those problems anymore. Thank God. I'm finally off. I'm finally past that journey in my life. And I went to my doctor for my 3-month checkup, follow up, and I was just like, yo, I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
And he told me straight up. He goes, listen, give it some more time. You will be back to 100%. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, I was on it popping. I was back on the road getting it in.
So wait, what would you have gotten done if you don't mind me asking?
There's a surgery for men who have a problem with ED where you can have a pump in there.
Okay.
It's so weird.
Okay, what's ED?
Erectile dysfunction.
Okay.
So at the time, after my surgery, after I had testicular cancer, I kind of was suffering from erectile dysfunction for a little bit. And I was kind of I've never had this problem.
Yeah.
I am 28 years old.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Help, police, help me out, bro. Help me out. And he was just yo, listen, it's a complication from the surgery. It's not really a big issue. We're gonna, keep track of it, and, stay on top of it. And if it continues, then we can kind of look at the other options.
Right.
That was one option. The other option was I could have got that plastic surgery, the other plastic surgery I could have got was kind of like an enlargement, but it basically keeps your dick at like 60% hard all the time. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to walk around. Like, I already have an issue wearing, like, I already have an issue with the print. I don't want to walk around looking like I'm fully hard.
Ooh, those gray sweatpants, you would have the girls chasing you.
I'm dropping my son off to school in the morning. I'm over here with gray sweatpants. And at the time, you know what? I don't care. At the time, I was working at Nike.
Right.
So and if you go to Nike, you see everybody wearing basketball shorts and sweatpants. That's the last thing I want to be walking around at work. I already had enough problems working at that job as a manager. I'm not going to walk around work with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I waited a couple more months and I was fine. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm so proud of Miriam speaking about this kind of stuff because I feel like that's stuff that even as a man, there's going to be a lot of dudes going to go in the comments and shit on me for saying it. And I don't care. But it's just real shit. And I feel like people don't feel comfortable speaking about these things because they're afraid of speaking about these things.
Yeah, which I get. Like, the backlash I got was wild.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, my goodness. Like, the names that have been called. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you have to honestly have really thick... I honestly fully understand why people kind of keep it hush-hush.
Yeah.
You have to have thick skin for that, honestly. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I'm glad you, like, waited before you just, like... That's one thing I will say, like, wait... Some people like want to have surgery when they're like 17. You know, I'm like, girl, wait until you're a little developed, or wait until
one of my nieces, I'm not gonna say best friends. One of her classmates, as her graduation present and 18th birthday present, she got plastic surgery. Oh my gosh. She got her boobs done.
Yeah, no.
And I was kind of like, okay.
Too early.
I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
Honestly, I was one of those teenagers. I was like, as soon as I turn 18, I'm getting plastic surgery. I didn't have the money. I was a freaking broke college student. I don't know what I thought I was going to get it with. But, you know, yeah. But honestly, hindsight 2020, like, I'm glad I waited because my body changed so much from 18 to the age that I got it, you know. And if I would have got it early, I don't think it would have hit the same. It wouldn't have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got women who... I mean, granted, and the reason I wanted you to speak on it as well, because I'm so glad you specifically mentioned that your doctor was double board certified. Because I don't know if you've seen lately, there's a lot of women who are going to these other countries. Yeah. Or, you know, remember early in the 2010s, the women who were like going in basements and just getting like...
getting pumped with freaking
plaster and Fix-A-Flat.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, yo, it mind boggles me that people were going to such lengths to get the body they want. Yeah. And I'm not saying be comfortable in your own skin. That's not the point of this topic. It's more so I want people to understand the risk and the reward of it as well. And I'm not going to say one outweighs the other. It's kind of the same. Yeah. But it's the fact of...
Your health comes first.
Exactly. Your health comes first. Like, don't risk your health for the outside looks. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the reason I was like, yo, Miriam's coming on. Let me see if she's comfortable talking about this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, and I so agree with that. You know, I honestly also wouldn't recommend anybody getting plastic surgery if they're not mentally there too. Yeah. There are now plastic surgeons, a lot of board certified plastic surgeons are now putting people through like mental checks, you know, or psychological evaluation before they even will put them on a table, you know, and I so agree with that because if you start getting surgery while you're already not mentally there, you're going to be one of those people who end up botched or one of those people who, you know, just keep doing it and you lose, you know, concept of your goal or, you know, whatever. And then you just one day wake up, look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh.
What did I do?
Why do my lips look like ass cheeks? Like, you know.
Not the BBL lips. That's crazy.